Good guys, hello everybody. I hope you guys are doing very good today. Happy days. Well, this video is going to be in response to questions that was asked in the very first video I posted. Right? If you haven't seen that, you can go to my channel and please make sure to subscribe as well. And you will be able to see the videos that I've posted. Not a lot, so you shouldn't have any issues browsing through them yet. But there is going to be a lot of videos, and if I have delayed a few posting some videos because I did wanted to roll out the videos about maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time, but I didn't think it was nice. It's like over bombarding people with too much information at one time. You don't know which one to pick or which one to look at first, and nobody wants to spend 2 hours going through one video after the other, right? So this is why I'm taking my time with them. It's very good to be considerate of someone else, because if I won't enjoy that, I don't expect you to enjoy that as well. So the thing is, the question that was asked was, what is the number? One of the questions is, what is this numbers on top here? I believe you're talking about this. You see, this is the citizen status. This number you're talking about, where it's 103 slash 120, right? This is the number of your citizens. The citizen list you see at this side. Citizen status, the number of your citizens. Basically, you could say villagers. And this is only available on new servers. Okay, new servers that are starting, they're testing out all these things. Personally, I don't really like them. I haven't actually felt their effect or anything. I haven't, maybe because I haven't spent to get a premium of all this, because yes, there are premiums. I'll show you. There are premiums. For example, if I go to say citizen list and then recruit citizens, right? Now see, I can recruit citizens here, but you see, I wait for the free recruits once every many hours. I'll put it that way. But if you click on this plus button here, up the top left side, you can see that I can spend gems to get these items myself, to get 10 of them, and then I might I might get a random citizen. It doesn't necessarily mean I will get a premium one, like a high level one. It's not necessary. So you see, I just go with the free one. So here, to round that up, the numbers you see on top of the screen here is the number of citizens that you have present your in your keep, in your city. Okay, I believe this question was asked by Ptash, Ptash121. Yeah, so this is the answer to that. It's the number of your citizens, and you can see it says a visitor is waiting at the city gate, right? If you click on that, it brings you here. You see? So this means that we got someone visiting. It's an envoy bringing gifts whatsoever. So I've claimed a lot of gifts, and I've completed the daily event. I did that pretty quickly because I was managing multiple accounts. So I did that pretty quickly and started to gather. And yes, you can see my power rose since the last time my power rose. That is because I am a K28 preparing for SvS this weekend. I'm preparing for the Civil War, and I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm going to try. I will have that video as well, and I will show it to. I will post it here as well, so you can see it on YouTube. So the deal here is that I want to participate in this SvS, the very first one on this server, and I will be trying to get the wings. I made that mistake the first time I tried, right? On the other account, I believe in one of the videos from yesterday, you should see my K35 there. I missed out. And since I missed out, that I was very close. I got over 540 points, right? But then it turns out that a lot of people wanted the wings as well. Yeah. And being that I wasn't spending, they had much more power and buffs over me. And we'll go into the details about the buffs later, how you can be able to get the buffs. I trust me, I haven't if I spent little, I did spend a little on that account on the K35. Only when I'm stuck, when I get stuck, I put a little bit at a time, right, into there, just to give me the breakthrough from being stuck so I can move forward. Yes, so one of that was when I was going to get the K34, not even the 35. 35, I had my farm and I paid more attention to it. For a long period of time, my K32 farm was, was basically a PvP. I had two accounts. It was actually given to me. You'd see when I was logging in there, you can see the gifter Evony, right? So it was given to me by a member of our alliance, then a very good fellow called Natuminia Nat. So he gave me that account, and I've used it in PvP and all that. It wasn't so developed, but I did a lot of work there. Maybe I'll be able to show you guys that one time. But moving forward, aside from that question, the other question that was asked was that does the I answered that one, I believe. Does the bait continue to refresh while you're playing the same level over and over again? Yes, it does. It continues to refresh. So I will, hopefully, it happens right now. I will be able to show you. I'm making sure not to allow these points to not count or not to use them on time and allow them to waste, right? This is because I'm chasing to finish in the top 20. At least I'm at 18 now, you see. I'm chasing to finish in the top 20. That is because as I am not spending, this is one thing you should pay attention to as well. If you're not spending in game, right, or you're looking to only spend, and trust me, even though you're not spending, eventually you're going to have to spend. Not have to, you're going to want to spend a little bit. But make no mistake, it is very, very intoxicating when you see that you can just put, oh, it's $5 today. And like, oh, it's nothing actually. What can I buy with $5 actually? It wouldn't satisfy me, right? I just put it buy a small package, right? It's good. Another day, and it's now $999, $9.99, and you're like, oh, it's $9.99. I could probably get a cola for that. But what's a cola, anyways? I'm not thirsty for that. Just put it there, anyways. Let's just say I bought a cola for Evony. You smile about it and make nothing of it. And guess what? You're creating a series now. Before you know it, it's 9.99 again, and why one of them? I have extra $20 today. It's $30 tomorrow, and okay, let's do one, two, three, $10, and now you're going 30, and you're counting streaks. Before you know it, if you go to your Google or Apple account and check your payments, you've amounted almost 1,000. You would be confused, or not confused, surprised how it got there, right? And it turns into very bad habits like that. So it's very, very difficult to restrain myself sometimes because of the amount that I wasted the first time, and I vowed not to do that again. Spent a lot of money that turns out that I couldn't afford, right? So, anyways, moving forward, I'm trying to let you know this as soon as possible, because if you're not spending, try to take part in all these events. And it means that if you're going to get something out of them, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of time to cultivating what you need. It's either your money or more of your time. Trust me, the ones spending, they just have that thing about pride or ego or something. They want to win the event. They spend for that. But they don't really need those events, trust me. They don't really need those events. Do you think in keeps, for example, that the buffs that come with the keep are so important for these guys that they have to buy to win the events to get the keeps every time? Of course not. Okay, so let's I'm going to I'm going to try this event. It might be a little dim here. I'm using my phone and I forgot to turn the brightness on high, but let's hope you see it. So for this part, if I'm not using a lamp, I don't make too much effort in trying to keep the hooks. Like I'm not that desperate for it. Like I make up my mind, like I just want to get the maximum I can get not to get the lowest points, but the maximum I can get for this. And I'm okay with sacrificing anything, like any of the points. Easily, I saw that before it happened, so okay, that's it. Come on, where is the rest of them? So this I'm just going to go, it's 5, so I'm just going to take these ones, try to take them alone, so the point increases, and once it's done, we're good. So I will add that point extra. You see, I'm not letting for hours now. I haven't let, like, that was poor actually. I haven't let these number. You see, while I was playing, it was supposed to remain 1. Okay, it's 2. I used 5, 7. Yeah. So let's use that one again, and hopefully it will happen. It does happen while you're playing. It will accumulate because every 2 hours or so plus, it it's going to feel like all 10 hooks is going to fill up there every 2 hours. So you can calculate 10 hooks per 2 hours and say and see how long it takes for for a single hook to load. Let's put it that way. So definitely, I feel that I think that we're going to get an extra hook, so there shouldn't be any hook left there, right? Because there was 2 of them, and I'm using all 2 of them right now. Don't worry about this one. I'm not worried about it. It's just I just want the points, and I'm good with the top 20 anyways. Because I get, yeah, I didn't say that. The reason why I want to finish on the top 20 is because I get some good resources, yeah, RSS, that I'll be able to use. Because right now, I believe I have enough power to be K30. Some K30s don't have up to the 100 million power, right? So I'm going to do something. We don't have that yet. Let's see if I get the lamp. I'm tired of getting lamps and stabilizer. I mean, I like them, but don't make real difference that way. So I completed this part as well. Once you complete this part, you see Sea Anglers Association. Once you complete this part, you can also claim from them. Yeah, after it's completed, you can also claim, and every time you passed the mark, it gives you a common sea fishing chest. So inside of this chest, look what you have. You see, do make sure to collect them so you can be able to use them over time, over and over again. And yes, once you're in game, you can even keep a game, like quit it, and once you quit it, it brings you out. Once you quit, it brings you out, and you won't see this screen. It's just going to show continue here down on this part where these buttons are. It's just going to show continue here, and in that continue, whether you turn off the game, quit it, do something else, go about your daily activities, your real life, and come back, it's going to be there. But in that time, while it is there, you're not able to access this screen. But meanwhile, you can see this restore in under here, right here. You see restore in, it is counting, it is counting down, so it's going to fill up this 10 while you still have that one left. And if there is a glitch or something, trust me, that works, that happens. Everybody has many glitches because they are manipulating the system to make it difficult for you every time. Believe it or not, it's your ignorance, my friend. You're not playing against just a game as it is. For example, there is a Brother in Arms game. You know that, right? It's been a while since I played it. I played for a while playing as a normal player. It was so good. It was good. If everybody played normal, I could stand my ground against people, right? I'm pretty very good at those things. Right? I could stand my grounds against people, kill people, and develop. While we develop, yeah, I'm very fast with things how I move. But then when the editing, the hack came in, I was powerless to do anything. But guess what? I did a god mode hack. I couldn't die. I could shoot through walls. I could do everything. You literally cannot hide. And I can see everybody in the map packed in one room and just kill, eliminate all of them. Yeah, and I can stand in front of them. You might have known this, so all that is there, right? But it's not interesting. It becomes boring, and then I uninstall the whole thing. Because even if I were to turn off my hack, other people will use it, and then I won't be able to get any points, right? So I just left it. In this part, this is the spending. It's not a bad thing to spend. I'm not against anyone that is spending. It's nice. But I'm rooting for the ones that cannot spend or that have other important things to do and not just to spend. That do not have that reservation to spend because they have mouths to feed or businesses to run. Some people just don't even have time. So you see, some don't have time. They have the funds to spend, but no time. No time. Why will I spend a thousand bucks every week on events, right? And then I'm not even able to come to the events. After spending, I go out, and before you see me again, I'm coming same time next week to spend again. It's not fun, right? And at the end, when you go through with all those spending, right, you it gets tiring. Everyone is going to raise the accounts to K50 very soon, right? It's going to be K50, there's going to be T17s. It's very difficult now for people to even get T15s, not to talk of the T16 already available. And there's going to be T17s and 18s, if so. It's going to keep going and going, and then there's going to be completely something else. But all these big numbers, I believe in 100% that value, right? But how would I have a 100% attack, and then I hit someone of the same level keep as myself and nothing happens? It said it's 100%, right? You know what 100% means. And then you're seeing 5,000% or 4,000% buff. That means they not only overbuff me, they also have the debuffs that debuffs me. I mean, think about it. If you're overbuffing me, you also have the debuffs that takes all my buffs. So where is the rest of them going? It's the more you think about it, trust me, the more you're going to get confused like this. But there's something around there. So what if all the many zeros in the 4,000 is beat down to let it be 40%? Just cut it down, let it be 40%. Let people struggle to get 0.2% instead of getting all this huge amount of percent. But anyways, that is far from what we want to talk about here. So now you see it's refreshed here. I'm not going to be able to use this because it seemed to take a few minutes to load. So but if you timed it correctly or coincidentally, you will see while you're playing there that more hooks are added to this. So Patel, that is the answer for that. And another question that was asked of me on the previous video there, I will go through to see which questions I wrote them down, and I still even have the screen open on another screen. I have the comments open there. So I've answered for the bait and the numbers on top of the screen there. This one on top there, I've answered for that one as well. So at this time, you can clearly see. Just hold on a second. I played the video so I could go to the comment section here to see. Okay, so the last question I see here is oh, I answered them. There is no more questions. All right, very good to know. So let me know now that let me know what else you want to know, and I'll quickly tell you about my preparation for SVS. First, I'll show you the number of troops that I have here, troop details. See, now I'm gathering. So you see I have these guys, this amount. The T11s I don't have the T12s yet because I'm K28. I get them when I'm K30. I'll get the T12s. So these are T11 right now. But the next upgrade for me will be K29. But I don't want to rush into that upgrade. Another thing you should know. It feels I will be branching into several places because I'm not going to be one that make separate videos to tell you each things that needed to be taught, right? I'm just going to be branching out. When one word leads to another one, it's going to go like that. This is going to happen like a conversation, only you'll be doing the listening. So this is the thing. In your battlefield, for example, the battlefield of Zama, you see, I'm alone in my alliance, right? I signed up here now. I came to be to create this alliance because the alliance I was in, there is about 107 people there, and I was asking for every week after week to be put in battlefield. I would say I'm quite experienced in it. I could teach you a couple of things. I could show you a couple of some things because there is a lot of noobs on the server, right? A lot of noobs that have had failed accounts or failed accounts that they've been burned out of servers or such, and they come here, spend to get the 3 billion or 5 billion accounts, or not the 5 billion yet, but the billion accounts, the heavy powers, 800 million and such, and then these noobs, they seem to have all the answers suddenly, right? Imagine that. And then I over time I started to realize that the people that actually have this experience, they do not have those huge powers on the server. But guess what? Because they've been a success with other accounts on different servers, so there is no need to try to push and stress and spend here and spend there. There are some spending that were like that. Even I myself, I spend, right? So I count myself with the spenders, but I don't count myself with the overspenders because there is overspending. Overkill is there too. So as a single person on my account here, I haven't had it myself yet. Okay. But I signed up for it, so I'm going to put myself. I got one member. This guy's been offline all time, right? So I'm going to put myself in the battlefield finally. Oh wow, so signed up battlefield time will begin, so I can resign and resign myself. I thought I signed myself in before. Or was it because I changed my name? I did sign myself up before. Okay, so this is the Zama, and look at the battle logs here. I missed out on the 5,000 points because I gave this girl, I told her to take some portals, and I got tired of burning her, right? But she wasn't listening. Like she wasn't listening. Like, don't try to fight me. She will hit me. Like, don't try to hit me. I've seen your account. You're K27, or is it K27 or so? Yeah, you're K27. I'm a K28. Don't try to hit me. And you can see my power, of course. I was about 60 million that time. Don't try it. Even if we're of the same power, you literally cannot. Because obviously, you're only going to be able, if you're using a medium marsh size, which I don't think a non-spender on that level account would be able to afford at that time, right? You will not be able to, let's say you get a senior marsh size, like, or the battlefield marsh size at 300%, right? At K27, you're only able to amass the power up to about, let's say, 25 million at best. At best, right, with a 300% match size, and 25 million, even double that 50 million, you're not going to affect me because trust me, I am the one defending, right? My defensive buffs are stable, right? And then not just that, I have traps, I have walls, I have Archer towers. So your 50 million as a K27 is not going to do me anything. And obviously you can't, or it's virtually impossible for you to send 50 million power to me, against me. So I gave her portals. I wrote a messages, take two portals and so you can get points. And then I was just busy doing some other things. I forgot that I needed to get 5,000 points. And why for that? That is because I needed it to get the Hati. Look at it here. If you go through the spiritual beast Hati, I think it is here somewhere. It's here somewhere. It's written that if you, for some amount of points, you kill up to 5,000 points, you'll be able to get spiritual beast Hati. I don't know where it is at here now. But it is, you can check on your own account. You can check, you will see it there, and you don't even have to check. I'm telling you what is. This is what I'm telling you. So if you're able to get from the Zama, you're able to get 5,000 points, you're going to get the spiritual beast Hati, and this is the Hati. Look at it. You're going to get it. And I tell you something as well about spiritual beasts. You can see this, right? There is a mounted troop defense buffs, ground troop attack, enemy ground troop defense, and when defending enemy ground troop, enemy mounted troop attack. So the last two, enemy ground troop defense and when defending, the last two with the minus, the debuffs, these are the important ones. You know why? Because of this that says mounted, there is mounted troop defense, then there is please overlook the mounted troop defense, but there is a reason I mentioned it though. And then there is enemy ground troop defense, then there is when defending. When defending wins already. So that means that this spiritual beast will only work for you when you have it on your sub-city generals. On the sub-city generals, then the debuffs will count to your debuffs. The buffs won't count. Unless you want the buffs to count, you have to add the spiritual beasts to your attacking generals. But trust me, it will pay you better to have more debuffs against the incoming buffs, right? Because your defense, your troops are not defending alone. There is the wall general, Ashitower generals. There's a lot of things. So defending is actually quite impressive, right? So that is it. You get the ATI automatically. And if you have some points before then, you can just put in all this and put in the 300 part to unlock it. Yeah, you fill this one up, but you can't activate it until you unlock from the Zama, the battlefield of Zama, by getting 5,000 points. So these are the rewards you get there. These are the rewards. The last time I played, I got all the first 1,800 personal score. I got all of these rewards. That is what I got. I've so far I've opened all those boxes already. So, but anyways, what I want to say about the matching up of this Zama, what I've noticed so far is that it is based. This is actually based on your alliance power. It's basically between your alliance power and the sign up power, right? But I believe that this is based on your alliance power. It is based on your alliance power. You know why? Because the last battlefield of Zama I was in, the girl there, this person, yeah, on several 1936. I checked her alliance from when she was there, and the total power of our alliance was well up around the power of my alliance at that time, which was about roughly 60 million. Now she has a few members there, and can you believe I actually wrote a message to her? I will show you. I don't know how to do that, but I will just show you guys. Look at her here. So from that time, look, I bombarded her with messages, right? Like, take another portal. I shared the portal to her. I said, keep that too. Two portals. If you wait, this was just after I checked her alliance to see, and let's see the situation now. You see 115 now, right? So I checked in there and I saw our members. I saw this guy. This was about the same power, so 29, 20, it was about 22, 24 that time. They added some few power. So I checked the alliance and then I told her, this was when I told her this. I said, if you wait your teammates to stop me, because I'll just read it. If you wait your teammates to stop me, it won't happen. I checked. I'll zero all of you and no portals. These actually I thought that it would be a privilege for me to allow her to take any portals. If not, I'd leave troops in each portal. She won't even. I will just wait for her to hit them. She's going to leave. She's going to have problems with that because I'm going to have layers. She hasn't learned about layers yet. I'm going to have layers in them, and that is because from experience in battlefields, a lot of these keeps alliances that we face, they are not as good as say They are not so good that once they have they are sure now that we can't fight them, right? It's courtesy for you, right? That to give a few portals, one or two. Hell, like you can even give three portals, or you can say take this tower, this battlefield tower, take this one and two portals for your entire alliance. Meanwhile, you occupy the rest of them, and then you can also add to that and say, well, PvP is fair game, right? So you're telling them that if they don't ghost or such, that you're going to pick them out, right? But take the portals, you are not going to hit those portals. But if anyone hits my alliance member, you can do that. Trust me, Evan is making all this hard, making everybody spend. But can't you help someone in game to get points, to get these resources? Especially when you see that these are keeps clearly that are not spending. Can't you do some? Is it so hard you want to get? You're not going to be able to, not on this level, you're not going to be able to get into top 100, right? The only way you're getting into top 100, I've argued this with someone before my other alliance or the server, 1265. You can say I mentioned it here. I said I thought you were, that's a mistake there. I thought you were planning some surprise, and I needed you to know I already planned. I like to let people know what I'm thinking. I don't want you to guess, right? So I said I'm on older server 1265, and this is one of my three accounts. So like, oh my goodness, and low Monarch. Sorry about my previous name was Monarch, right? Sorry about the delay. Got sidetracked with work, and of course, I did say a day later. Thank you. Someday I will stop stumbling around like a noob, right? So I can't believe you have all three. I think no worries. You can ask what you want to know. It is stressful sometimes. I just ignore. Like, okay, Monarch, I have a question. For a question, you have far more experience leveling. What is the best way to grow a strong, stable city and powerful monarch? Did you buy packages to support it? Not a single package, but here. And you see, this will go to the part where I told you that if you don't ask questions, and even if you ask, it turns out, if you don't ask questions, I will bombard you with a lot of answers, right? So I put all this here. Like, first, you get into the Alliance for Monsters rally. Get into an Alliance for Monsters rally. I didn't put the big alliance there because if the leader of the alliance is a noob, everybody's going to stay noob unless you go to an alliance with someone that actually knows what they're doing or spend enough to get enough power that they can hunt monsters. And meanwhile, you can refer to YouTube videos and such, and you can learn from people that have actually done it. And even the spenders themselves, once they start spending, they get to learn a lot of things as well, right? But the difference there, what I'm trying to say, you will think this is contradictory, right? But what I'm trying to say there is even the big spenders that have gotten this big power and are hunting big, right? They would have some things to teach you as well, because it is virtually impossible to spend all that amount of money and not understand, let's say, 4 out of 10 things, 5 out of 10 things, or half of it, or maybe more even, because at the end of the day, experience will be the winner, the best teacher, right? And spending all that, you're eventually going to allow yourself to learn through experience and through trying and error, right? So the thing is, I needed her to be in to join a bigger alliance so she can actually get some things, gather the resources. There was the event that passed that I took advantage of it in the other keep. I got my T14s ground, and today before I came here, I just got my T14s mounted as well, right? So, and that's because I have a farm. So here you can see join a bigger alliance for the resources and don't train too much. Focus on building at least K30 for stability. I am 28 I because I wasn't to be and I because I wanted to be and I have no members in my alliance. So gather RSS from tiles outside the city. Leave alliance RSS tile for now. This is actually very educative. It is true. Once you're a smaller keep, abandon the alliance RSS tile if you're going to be online. That is, if you're not having time to be online for hours at a time, right? Then you can easily just use your biggest match size and keep troops in the Alliance RSS tile for resources. I'll also show you how you can maximize to get big resources from the Alliance tile. It has to do with your research and how you set up the right generals to use, right, for any kind of gathering. Well, in so I put it here. I said the Alliance tiles takes forever for little. You can gather twice as much if you're offline. That is if you don't buy the auto join package for joining monster rallies. That is also good. I would advise that as well. I'm thinking about getting that myself for both of my accounts, even my farm, most especially my farm, right? So in all three accounts, or we exempting this one, I'd like to get the auto joining rallies, because you'll be amazed how many rallies you can join while you're offline, and the resources will just come like boom. Yeah. So get all your in city buildings to a minimum keep level or one level below keep level, and do research. Keep your germs. Keep your gems. You see, don't waste on auctions. People do that, right? Unless you're going to be a big spender that is getting many gems, don't waste your gems. You would get to the part where you'd need the gems. Use your gems for general cultivation. Not all generals, good ones. You can show me, I'll tell you how good they are. You see? So I just gave her everything because I don't she already told me she's not on very a lot of times. And being that I understood how that can be, I just gave her all the things and let her just read through it, and she can always come back to see what is there. I said you can find generals in Tarvin, but it is costly of gems to refresh. So save up gems to allocate at most 50k ish at most. I said there as a small keep for refresh, and use gold to buy them. Check the portrait section in Tarvin to see generals that are available. Cavalry's ground range and siege. And here, when you see Margaret Sanada, that's Sanada Nakimura, Margaret Martinus, Polygenius, buy them. Although some are very hard to get based on a 1% or 0.6% chances. For example, with all these generals I mentioned, the most easiest one for you to get, right, is Sanada. And even as easy as that is, you might get that after you rolled through about, say, if you're washing, you could roll every, you could get it sometimes every 30 rolls, every 50, 60 rolls. You might even roll 100 times and not find them. But there are times when it comes this moment, after the next 5 rolls, you get him again. After the next 10 rolls, you get him again. Sanada, it's important. I have 3 in my K35 for hunting monsters, right? So in the tavern, check the 2 boxes, both grades of gen, so you get notified before over clicking past good generals. It said food generals, making me hungry now. Okay, so well, here I put in, I will explain that one. There is 2 boxes when you go to the tavern, right? There's 2 boxes there when you go to the tavern. I'll show you quickly. This is the tavern recruits. You click on recruits, you see these 2 boxes, you want to check on them. And if I keep clicking, I won't click too long, but this is just it to say that once you're going there, you're going to be able to see a lot of generals. And once you have these 2 clicks, right, if you get a good general, an historic general, or the epic orange epic generals, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to cancel or to whatever it's going to say. It's going to show you a notification if you want to cancel them and go through them. But if you leave this blank and keep going, right, this way as well, it's going to ask you for any generals at all, even the useless ones. It's going to ask you. You see, the tavern has high quality generals. Are you sure you want to refresh? But look at the general. This is basically useless, right? So if you click on here, this is the problem you'd have. If you click this epic and leave the historic, it will, let's go through that one. Okay, it's asking you for the same thing. Look, Antari is gone. But if you get to Sanada while you click this, trust me, it will not ask you. If you find this is only written here, the second box, historic generals. Those generals that are asked, that are showing those items, right? that are showing the notification whether or not I want to click to cancel the high quality general, right? The only reason it's a poor general, very bad, right? The only reason it's showing that is because look, read this line, the first box you share. It said epic, in bracket it says orange. What color is the general name? Orange, right? It's written, it's orange. You can see the dots, orange. This is the only reason why it's saying that, right? If you click this one though, check this out. It's not showing anymore. You see, it will only stop you now. You can basically just I'll be on the remote controller doing something. I'll be clicking, and when there is a good general coming in, and please don't click as fast as I am clicking right now. This is poor. It's just I'm just showing you this because I learned from a member of my alliance there that clicking very fast, like he asked me, what he asked was, have you gone clicking fast? Have you gone running through the clicks or what? There's a way he said it, right? And I thought about that. I was like, oh wow. He said, well, I just do it. I just click 1 second at a time. So I did that. Trust me, it actually works. It turns out when you click faster, the system is against you that period. So you could go like this and you go like that. You might spend some time, yes, but you're going to get better generals. This is a good trap gen. You can see. Look at that. You see, if I click on refresh, you see, it's high quality. It's not only yellow, but it's a freemium general, but it's for the trap triggering rate by 60%, and this and that and that, and in city range troop attack and defense by 30%, when general is the main city defense general. So I'm going to take this general, or I won't. I don't have a lot of gold to do so. I want to take him though. Let's see. I want to take him. The only reason I want to take this general is because the Civil War is coming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get other better gens. So I'd rather sacrifice the gold just in case I find a better one for free. I will sacrifice the gold to get him. And I will use them by the token, by the general. I will buy the, what's the difference? By the token. So I get that one, and now you can see why I got that one, right? You can apply this if you're on a new server, if you're a new player, or if you are a small player. And trust me, it's not so bad, this guy, right? See here, it doesn't show that you would be able to ascend them. Let's see if you can ascend these generals. Yes, you can ascend these generals, and once you get more fragments of them to ascend them, defense, when general is the main city defense general, in city mounted troop and ground troop, +10 +10, that is defense and HP, hospital capacity, and there is the defense general in city range troop defense and ground troop. So we have mounted troop defense and HP, mounted troop and ground troop. Here we have in city range troop and ground troop, and another we have the range troop HP in city ground troop and mounted troop HP. So this general is pretty much nice. It's not so bad for new accounts if you can ascend it. It's only if you can ascend it. Otherwise, you're going to have to settle yourself for the in city range troop attack and defense by 30%. This is by default. I'm going to keep him because I don't have better right now. If I go to my general section, you can see my general section. You can see what I have there, which is, you see, this is one guy for the walls. I don't have very good generals. Look what I got. Edward Teach, I like this guy, but there's going to be much better later. King Arthur, I got two red stars on him. March size is impressive. Subotai, I actually used this guy in my K35, and it's only about last month that I relieved him of his command, because then I got Merlin. No, I actually, my main now is Ragnar, and Merlin is the assistant of Ragnar. So Martinius, I love when I get Martinius. Anytime I like the general, I like this general every time. Now, for now, he's assisting King Arthur. He can assist King Arthur. Okay, they match, they work together. And I got this Zhang Fei. Nice, pretty nice. He's my ground general. Then I also got Trajan. So the beauty of this is, look, I'll show you back the world generals, but I don't want to miss this opportunity to show you my MASH preset. Or in the, if you want to check generals to see whether or not they will work together, you come to the wall. See Trajan there, and where is it? Where is Fei? Oh, Zhang Fei is gathering. Yeah, Zhang Fei is gathering. If not, Trajan here and Zhang Fei as the assistant, right? They work together, but Zhang Fei can only be assistant to Trajan. Trajan cannot be assistant to him. So you can use both of them on new accounts, right? So both of them together will probably give you ground attack buffs of 15% plus 50%. That is 75, right? 65%. You would get there. And not only attack buffs that he has, he also has the, I believe it is the attack in what was it? The attack on HP. Yeah, attack and HP. So the HP plus the other HP you have there, it will be added. You get pretty good buffs, and I'll show you where these things lead to. For now, there is not a lot of things here. Attack. Well, these reports are actually from the other account. You see, because I use the same phone for them, I have to switch. So sometimes until everyone refreshes and refreshes them, and somehow it goes out. So this was where today. I'll show you these ones. Erin, this is my main account, hitting my farm account for resources because I screwed up the family group thing. You see, it's not showing because it doesn't belong here. Some of them should show, right? It doesn't belong on this account, so it's not visible. AI. Okay, now you see this one showed. So this was the last time when I just hit the account for resources, and I claimed the last resources from it. You see, I farmed it today and got my there on the K35. I have this. I use this Elise and Melisande for hitting my my farm, because Melisande actually has good stats for marsh size, added marsh size, and I put some good books on her, so I could use that to get a good troop loads for when I'm farming the keep there. And this is my default buffs for there. These are my buffs for the main account there. It's a lot more than this, of course, if you had the subs and all that. And my debuffs are about 400 and 300 and that, right? So, but it won't work here. There is no subgens to increase those debuffs. So that is that. Let's see if this one goes. Okay, this was here. I was using the same keep to complete the event. My farm to complete the troop destructive attack events on the server, on that server. And let's quickly go there now. Let's keep to that server. I'll just show you. I'm gathering here too as well. This is the alliance, and this guy here is the leader of the alliance now. This is the NAT I was telling you guys about. Basically offline all the time, but he comes online, or so to or she comes online as well before the SvS, and she will bubble her keep. That's all, pretty much all she does. She's too busy with some things. This is my keep, Erin. This is my own. See, oh, I didn't know it was 660. Okay, I was just training T14s mounted. So you see, I just traded. I didn't know it was 660. Trust me, I've been 750 million power before. I should be nothing less than 5 billion power. But as a warmonger, I lose powers a lot. I get burns in SvS. I lose troops, and I have to start again from the beginning. And that is how it goes. So this is the farm I talked about, AI K32, right? Actually, this keep was above this one, above Erin before. It was given to me at K28, this keep. And my own keep was K28 as well. This Erin was K28. And because I got interested in this keep, I started using it and I got resources here. So I got to K32 here before this account. But then I saw that the generals in this account in the AI are not so good. So I continued with this one, the Erin. I have better generals there, so I continued with this. I was using this as PvP as well as this. So I turned this into a farm when I realized I actually wanted to develop. So guys, if you're playing with on the same server with two keeps PvP and you're not spending much, make one of them a farm. You would love it. Okay, so right there I would show you part of my other preparations as well for the SVS. It'll be the last thing I do. Look how long this video is. Okay, it'll be the last thing I just show you quickly. So now I was showing you the troops here. I did say I will come back here, and before I go there, I'll show you the generals that I have. So aside from this one I just got, which is the Trang guy, you see I have Konosoge Masage. It's Martian because I'm using him to guard it right now. So I'll be using this guy. It's pretty good if you have this one and that one. It's not so bad because, well, you just, all you want to do if you're using them is when you have when you only fight, learn to, I wouldn't advise to go into the war yet, because you're going to be slow if you're a novice, right? You're going to be slow and leave yourself vulnerable. And especially if you go to the enemy server and forget that you are not able to bubble up, right? So it's going to be hell, right? So I also have this guy here, hospital capacity. So this is basically why I told you I only have two after finding that other gen. This is hospital capacity, so it's probably going to just sit here, not go anywhere, because I won't have this guy in my walls for unless I'm able to ascend him completely. I won't have him anywhere near my walls. So these are my wall gens. You see, the Tung Kate, and oh yes, and Konosoge Masage. Those two of them. Those are my wall gens. And to the troops that I have, here you see I have 4.7 million troops, 127, 369. It's 519, 400 of this. So all the T11s I got troops, right? But the beautiful part is my ground troop. I have 127,000 here. And look at the T10s, 300,000. That is how actually it is beautiful, guys. When you're training troops, make sure that the second to the highest tier you have, right, is a lot more than the highest tier. You know why? Because even if the same level troop is going to hit you with a bigger buff, right? There is a way the engine works that if you have less of this, for example, I use my mounted, for example, now, you see my mounted T11s, right? 589. Look at the T10s, 18,000. So I'm obviously going to have to fix this before SVS. And it's already Wednesday, March, you see? So I'm going to have to fix this. Although I have too much troops now that I'm able to ghost. So I'm going to just have to be very fast and bubble up real quickly. That's the plan for me. So another part here, look at the rest of the troops after that. Your T11s, T10s, or your two highest tiers, right? So I have this 400 there siege, and you can see I'm increasing the T10 siege as well. I'm going to increase it to be more than the T11s. The beautiful part here is, do not hurry to upgrade your keep, my friends. Do not hurry to upgrade your keep, right? I know this is contradictory in a certain way, because if you don't train troops, you will have to use those resources to upgrade your keep, right? That is only going to be possible if you are in a big alliance, a very big alliance with people rallying 24/7. Yeah? That way you don't need the troops, you can just join the rallies, right? But on this part, I am alone in this alliance. I need troops to hunt. And I've been hunting crazy. and then I need to be able to support myself in SVS as well. So you see what my layers, what I did, I'm going to increase each of them to get at least 50,000 in each of them, right? Okay, T5s, T4s. See, in some places I'm already making the adding to them. Siege, I made sure Siege has enough. 10,000 here, 15,000 here, and this is the mounted T1s. Then there are traps, you see. So talking about hunting and big alliances, I'll show you exactly what I mean, and then I will end this video. My eyes are brown, brawling, or whatever how you call that. Yeah, so talking about that, this is what I mean. I'm going to look for these guys, go to the world chart. So this is the alliance I was in previously, SOL, you see. And I was, it is crazy, right, that I was asking for to be added to Battlefield over and over again, and it wasn't happening. This was a leader, and it seems it was transferred to this girl because they're taking the throne, right? So it's basically, they don't tell you, but it's basically a dictatorship, right? They don't tell you. So I asked and asked every week for to be part of Battlefield. I wasn't getting in. They were picking them, so they said they are changing and switching people to see who does best. But it turns out who does best are the people who spending to get the big powers, right? So they just giving every time they have the selected people for themselves. It's basically a feminist alliance or feminist server. It's basically feminist. They're fighting a guy now in World Chat, and they blacklisted him because of all these things. So I tend to talk with them a bit. I wasn't talking much. Look at this guy. He's without alliance, right? So they kind of, you see, the language, it's so much better not to read certain comments and this and that. Look at what I said to this girl prior to this Sparks. See, she was, I said, okay, it started from here. This girl, they were talking and all that. I said, when you are trying to quell issues, it is only sensible not to be condescending about it. Plus, some using someone's personal issues against them puts you far below them. Be wise. Look at what she said here, and take the medicine like the doctors told you. Turns out the guy, this dog guy, has kind of like ADHD or something like that, right? So she keeps hitting him there below the belt every time. And this girl says, don't make arguments anymore. Harmony brings wealth. I true talk. One day we will be in that position. So do unto others what you want to be done to you. Like, I'm not trying to quell issues. What are you trying to do to instigate it then? Just be a bit of sports. And I was laughing. I'm like, well, at someone's expense, that is not rewarding. Have you put yourself in that shoe? I'm sure you'll find that disturbing. Like, nope. Like another single man alliance I see. You don't want to be a part of the server. Like, okay, another single man alliance is quickly going to the feminist part and all the cancellation, and nobody can cancel me, my friend. So everything is by design, I said. I'm sure she's very dumb enough that she'll never get what I meant by that. Everything is by design, and this is not about me. I quickly let that one go sink in. I am content in my own resolve. Let peace reign. Let peace reign. Trying to stir up issues even out of boredom is naive and unjust. As for part of the server, I'm pretty sure it says I'm in 1910 server. That'll be all. Then I walked away. After some minutes, hours or so, I was going through ABs and all that. So I shared some here, and many shots have gone through now, and I haven't said anything anymore. So that's the thing. Once you set you set someone correct, you give them a message very touching, right? She wanted to continue, right? She wanted to continue, but then I just shut her down completely. I'm sure everybody that read that would be like, okay, we'll be waiting for her to say something, right? This one comes and says lol and like boring. This is the feminist thing I'm talking about, you see. And they even have like the same avatar and all. It's a feminist thing, and these are usually the very very bored, old, ugly people that no guy wants to deal with. They probably just divorced their husband and realized that he had no money, or all the money were very protected and all of those things. They couldn't get anything while they took the kid away, and now they are suffering, and they forced that child into the life of suffering because they took the all the complete control from the man, and the man cannot take care of his own child anymore, right? So you see all those things happen. So I don't want to be a part of those feminists and all those things. So I left the alliance because I was actually told to. So anyways, guys, that will be all now. It just reached the 1 hour mark. So talk to you guys later. But and please do ask the questions as to what you want to know. I will tell you everything I want to know. I said some things now, a lot of a little bit of this, little bit of that. I said to you guys, and all right. So ask the questions you want to know. Trust me, whatever you ask, I will have answers for them. And if I don't have answers for them, in my K35 Alliance, there's a lot of guys there that I learned from. And on that server, it's a very peaceful server now. We don't fight ourselves or anything. It's very peaceful. We can move between alliances and do whatever we want to do at any time. Go to this alliance this week, and I'm here this week, I'm here that week, or I could join anyone for Battlefield. And in fact, when SvS starts, we stick together and we can put our bigs in one alliance. That was what we did last SvS actually. The previous server we fought before that destroyed us, we actually got big keeps now, and they stuck in one alliance and went to take the throne of that server after we battered them in points as well. So it was a complete beat down. Their K44s could not do anything. They were just trying and trying, and realized that every hit was a major loss for them, so they left. It was more or less like a revenge. So have a nice day, guys. I hope your days are going well. Be kind to one another. Yes, do unto others what you want people to do to you. Okay? Do not fail or stop yourself from helping someone you see that are in need. The best times that that God will actually favor you is when you go out of your way, even when you're busy. Stop whatever you're doing. If it's not going to kill you, my friend, as busy as you are, take out time to help someone else, right? If it's not, even if your boss is going to say you are late today, I'm going to deduct $20 from your money. Go and help whoever you're going to help. $20 won't kill you, my friend. While going for that $20 to hurry up, you might die on the way, God forbid. Okay? So do something different, something you haven't done actually. If you're not being very good, do a lot of good and see how big the smile on your face is. Have a nice day, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye. Yes.